Hey guys, my name is Kevin and welcome to American Tackle Company's live Q&A. I'm joined today by our special guest, Mr. Don Morse. How you doing, Don?
Great, how are you?
Doing well. Many of you guys know Don Morse. Don, how long have you been in the rod building industry?
I've been building custom rods for almost 30 years. I've been with American Tackle for almost 9, and before that I was with American Tackle as a pro staffer for 2.
That's kind of awesome. I learned actually quite a bit of my rod building from Don. Many trial and error, but he definitely got me on the right track. You're laughing because there's a lot of error.
A lot of error.
So, we have a great show for you guys here today. First things first, we're going to go over the products. Then we're going to get into some Autism Angler stuff, which Don is a founder of. We're going to get into the International Rod Building Challenge. We're then going to show you guys a sneak peek to episode 1. And then we'll get into the questions and answers. And then we got something at the very end, kind of a nice little surprise. So,
Free stuff.
What? You gave it away.
Oh, sorry.
You gave it away.
Dang it, I have a problem with that.
You do.
Sorry, free stuff.
So we're going to let everybody kind of roll in here. All right, Corey saying hi, Jim saying hi, Randy saying hi. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. Guys, if you put your questions in the chat, we'll be answering those in the question and answer section at the end of the show. But I think we're going to go ahead and get started on some carbon grips.
Let's do it.
So, first things first, let's go ahead and show these off. If you want to grab those. So as many of you guys know, we're kind of the leader when it comes to carbon components. We've been doing this for about how long now?
Carbon's been forever. I mean, carbon blanks. I mean, we're well known for that for a while, and then we've got into the carbon fiber grips in the last 3-4 years now, maybe a little bit longer than that. But the full line of the G2 carbon grips, from the split grip that you see here to the full grips, and now even some offshore stuff.
Yeah, and it's actually really interesting because I didn't know very much about rod building when I first started here, but I've learned a ton.
You knew nothing about rod building before you started here.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, fair. But the more and more I learn, the more and more I'm seeing carbon being kind of one of those new products.
Absolutely. From
the standpoint of innovation, from everything from sensitivity to durability, and it also really does decrease the weight of the rod.
It does. Nice thing about the carbon fiber is it's so moldable. You can do so many different shapes and things with it. It's super strong, it's lightweight, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So, people are sick of materials in the past, especially in grips. I mean, people have been using cork, which is just tree bark, forever. And then the foams, people are like, maybe a little cheap. So carbon is a nice way to go because it does add that class to your rod.
And it is actually pretty simple to build with. The split grips specifically, I believe they're arbored, correct? So it makes a builder's life a little bit easier?
They are arbored. Depending on which ones you're using, you might have one arboretum or 2, but it's a complete system. So it does come with all the trim rings to fit the split grip, the casting or spinning. We've got adapters so you can fit it to any spinning reel, and they fit all the casting reel seats as well. So.
And it's actually kind of nice because it comes in a couple of different finishes. You have the standard carbon, you have the Bushido, which is going to be more of the flat black, and then you have the M3K, which is much more of that carbon weave itself. So you can really dress up a rod, or you can dress down and still have it being light, super sensitive, really easy to build with. Now, can you cut this?
You can.
Because I've had questions before where people are asking, like, well, can I cut these grips? Because we don't have just the split grips. We have the full length grips. We have the saltwater grips.
Absolutely. One of the reasons we make all of our grips with a bell, and the bell is straight, is so you can trim them. Really, really easy to trim. Some of our longer grips, like our 16-inch grips, you can trim up to 4 inches off each end. So really easy to do with just a miter saw with like a metal cutting blade or a ceramic cutting blade. Just take your time. You can cut right through them nice and flat, sands everything off. So super easy to use. And they all come in complete kits, so you get everything you need, from the butt cap to the trim rings, absolutely everything you need to build with.
And I will say, like, even from a custom rod builder standpoint, being able to trim your grips specifically to what you're building is a nice personal touch that a lot of you rod builders do. Whether it's the full size, the split grips, you guys can do different winding checks in it. So we have the black winding checks, the chrome winding checks,
and the matte
black. So you can definitely dress these up. You can dress them down. You can make them more subtle. So there's a lot of versatility to the carbon grips and specifically the split grips.
And you can paint them. So, like Don Schaefer, he paints these things any color you want.
Don Schaefer.
So.
We talked about Don Schaefer last week.
He probably going to get when it comes to paint and customization, I mean, there's nobody better.
There really isn't. We use him for our own personal builds. I know I've sent multiple rods off to him. I know you have literally like a standing appointment with him just to show up and pick up rods. So, with that being said, if you guys have any questions about the carbon grips, please go ahead and put them in the chat, or you can reach out to us. Don, what is your email if they want to reach out to you directly?
Don@americantackle.us.
Super simple. So, let's move on to the next thing, something actually brand new. Hasn't even been released to the public yet, but that is coming, which is going to be our Virtus, a new addition to the Virtus family. This will be our ULs for Unlimited. So, the really cool thing about the Virtus ULs, we showed these off at ICAST this year and had a huge reception to these. They are titanium or 316 stainless steel. They come in black. They come in titanium, raw titanium. Well, not raw titanium. They're coated titanium.
Your regular silver titanium, your black titanium, black stainless, or chrome stainless.
And I think we might have something else coming soon.
Maybe a new finish coming.
Maybe a new finish. So tell me a little bit about this. What's a good use case for the Virtus ULs?
The cool thing about these being what they call an unlimited. So you can use these on anything from 30-pound rods all the way up to 200-plus pound rods. They are truly a workhorse. They're super, super strong. Thickest material we've ever used in a guide. And they're a lightweight frame, so you're going to be able to put them on the 30-pound rods. It's not going to look out of place like your standard, like your old turbo guides. It's such a heavy, bulky guide that if you put it on a 30-pound rod, it looked out of place. Even though it worked well, these will actually look nice and they'll work really well.
I'm actually a big fan of how clean they look, just because we've stuck them on a couple of rods. We've done some R&D testing on them, and they really do make that rod just look a little bit more, I don't know, say
modern.
Clean. Yeah, more modern, more clean, especially in the black finish. I'm a big fan of the black finish. Mm-hmm. Super, super durable finish. It's our black diamond finish. Now this comes in 8 to 25 millimeter.
These ones are going to come in at 8 to 25. Some of our other ones, like the Virtus Extra Heavies, only came to a 20. But these will be from 8 all the way up to a 25. So you can get the height you need, you can get the size you need, depending on what reel you're using. But like you said, that black diamond finish is beautiful.
You can't beat it.
There's nothing better.
You really can't beat it. I do have some really cool information as far as the Virtus UL. So they did debut at ICAST. Normally with new products from ICAST, you're not going to see them until about Q1 or around January timeframe of next year. However, if you are a dealer with us or you have an account with us, you will have the ability to go ahead and purchase these on the 14th of this month. And then they will be out to the public on the 28th. So it gives a little bit of lead time to people like HFF, Mudhole, a lot of our dealers and distributors out there to go ahead and get these in store, and then you guys can purchase directly from them. So if you are one of our main customers, give your sales rep a call, give Don a call, Austin, Funky, whoever your main contact is, and reach out to them. We'll have more information for you guys on the 14th for them, but for everybody else, the 28th, we'll have the public announcement for all this. And you'll be good to go. Anything else you want to say on the Virtus ULs?
It's definitely going to be a game changer when it comes to the heavy rods. So I can't wait to build some of the heavy offshore rods for these.
I'll do one more tight shot real quick. We got Patrick over here on cam number 2. We're up in the production game.
But this is a nice way to round out the Virtus family of guides for sure. So
it is, because we have what? We have the high frames.
Yep.
We have the standard Virtus.
The extra heavies.
Extra heavies. We have the Virtus lights.
Yep, the Virtus heavies.
And now we have the Virtus ULs that kind of cover
and then
a little bit more.
The ring lock guides, the ring lock spinning and ring lock casting guides are also in that Virtus frame.
That's right.
So, yeah, it kind of fits in.
Super versatile family. There's definitely going to be something for everyone in that Virtus family depending on what you're looking for. So, with that said, go ahead and put your comments or questions in chat. We'll read those in a little bit later. Now, let's move on to something I know near and dear to your heart, which is Autism Anglers. Give us a little bit of a background on Autism Anglers, if you wouldn't mind.
So Autism Anglers, I mean, basically, just kind of start off, is a nonprofit organization that my wife and I founded. Our mission is to bring awareness and acceptance to autism through the sport of fishing. Why? Our son, who's 10 years old now, Landon, is on the spectrum. And as I was learning what autism was, I needed an outlet. So I needed to tell people what it was. And the guys and gals here at work, they had an earful, and I was telling them all the great things. I mean, it's amazing. It actually is amazing. People look at. I mean, it's definitely got its quirks, but I needed to tell people, and I've been in the fishing industry or in the outdoor industry since 1994, so I know sportsmen. And so what better way to reach out than to sportsmen? And now that, fishing is my priority, just telling anglers what it's about. So
and it really is nice. We see a lot of outpouring of love, especially when we did the youth fishing combo.
Oh, yeah.
The youth fishing combo was debuted at ICAST. I know you guys saw tons of videos. We have a really cool video on our YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Kind of goes through. Don does a really great interview, and you'll be able to see the rod there. But one thing I found actually really interesting was the amount of support from the fishing community.
Absolutely.
Everybody from, Bassmaster Elite Anglers to the Boy Scouts to a huge difference of companies and everything else. And it wasn't even so much to, hey, I want to carry my store. It was, holy cow, this is a really awesome venture.
Yep.
We did an on-the-water event. Don was out there. And, I mean, we had, a ton of people come by.
It was insane.
It was, I had a blast, even though it was so hot. I felt bad for Don because Don was rocking a jersey that day. And it was
warm.
It was a bit warm. But he was out there casting and having a good time. But let's actually talk about, so real quick, sorry, I was jumping ahead. Where can they find out more about Autism Anglers?
So autismanglers.org, and then also all social media. So we're on Facebook, Instagram. I got a Twitter account set up, but still learning that. But Instagram and Facebook mostly, those are great places to reach out. You'll hear back from either myself or my wife, Janine. She does a really great job of running the day-to-day operations while I'm here at American Tackle. In fact, I think 2 weeks ago she packed up 50 angler boxes to send out. She worked on those all day with a little fan in the garage. So that's one of the big things we do is we send out free gear to anglers on the autism spectrum. So it's a fantastic thing.
He puts that mildly, but about how much have you sent out since? Because it was founded in 2018. How much have you sent out to anglers all over the world?
In the last 3.5 years, we've sent out probably about 4,000 pounds of tackle free of charge to autistic anglers.
4,000?
4,000 pounds.
Not 400, not 40, 4,000 pounds.
Which, to show the support, almost all of it was donated by anglers, or donations were sent to us where we could go and purchase some as well.
And a really cool thing, if you guys do have some tackle laying around, maybe you have some rods, some reels, some bags of bait, stuff like that, please go over to autismanglers.org. Do they need to fill out a form? How do they get in contact with you?
No, absolutely not. Just send us an email. We'll send you the address. We're in huge need of hard baits, hooks, bobbers, that kind of thing. Rods are a little tough. We do take rods and reels, but they're hard to ship now. So we kind of cut down on that. But we need hard baits and bobbers, things like that.
So I'm challenging you, everybody here, right now. Go in your tackle box, find that jerkbait, bobber, whopper plopper, whatever you're not using, and put it in a box and send it to Autism Anglers. There is a kid or a family that really does find some huge enjoyment out of going fishing with their family.
And Kevin likes this, but I tell him all the time that we get paid in smiles.
Yeah, it's actually true. It's pretty funny because he said it a couple of times and I didn't believe him, but the amount of people that came up, it was phenomenal.
Yep.
Do you have anything upcoming? Any events?
So
shows?
We've got a couple local events that we're doing just to kind of advertise and get out there. We're working with a couple of local groups now. No information yet, but we'll be doing some fishing derbies with some autistic anglers here shortly as well in the Orlando area.
I'm super excited for that. So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic, the International Rod Building Challenge. Now, when I first got here, first thing that got put on my plate was, hey, Kevin, figure this out. American Tackle has been the main sponsor of the International Rod Building Challenge for how many years now?
This will be our third year?
Mm-hmm.
Third year, yep.
So it is the largest rod building challenge, contest, whatever you want to call it, in the entire world. We have rod builders from 13 countries.
13 countries right now. We've got 115 or so rod builders signed up.
Now, so I know what it's about, but they don't. So it all starts with the mystery blank.
Right.
Now, the mystery blank is not an American Tackle blank. We do not sell this blank. It is not one in our lineup. It is completely a mystery.
It is. I told our factory designers what we wanted, and they made it, sent it to us. There's no labels on it. There's nothing on the bag. It is a blank. It's a 2-piece blank, and you had to figure out what it is and how you want to build it.
And this is where the creativity of rod builders blows my mind. Last year, we sent out a mystery blank. It was a 2-piece blank. That 2-piece blank turned into spinning rods, casting rods, a rod that I don't even, what was that rod?
13-foot spay rod.
Spay rod, that's what it was. 13 feet. This person put together multiple blanks to make a 13, and that was an amazingly balanced rod.
It was incredible.
But the handle was all done. But this is the cool thing about the International Rod Building Challenge is no matter your skill level, no matter if you think you're the best in the world, or if you just want to put your hand against the others there, it is a great way to challenge yourself to actually dedicate some time to learn a new thread wrap, learn a new handle design, dig your teeth into designing grips.
2 of the builders last year were first-time builders for the competition.
They were top 10.
They weren't top 10.
Oh, no, they weren't top 10.
But there were 2 builders that built their very first rod for the international competition. So it's for all skill levels.
And it's a great way to reach out to a community. We have a great Facebook page on this. If you go in there, the link is in the description. By the way, if you guys are asking how to get to these links, all of these links are going to be the description of the video, so you guys can go into the comment section or on YouTube down in the description section and click those links directly and get right to it. There is a web page on our AT page, but there's also the Facebook group. The Facebook group is probably the best way to get in contact with us for it. Don and I monitor that page constantly. We're putting up updates. We're showing stuff. Guys are already getting their mystery blanks. We're already starting to hear people getting them back.
I know Sonia texted me the other day and said she got it down in Miami, so people are starting to get them.
Yeah. So it's not closed yet. If you want to join the International Rod Building Challenge, please head over to the Facebook page or the web page that'll direct you to the Facebook page. Reach out to Don. Let him know that you would like to join the competition, and he will get you all set up to go ahead and get the blank over to you so you can go ahead and start building. So
we're not going to shut off. There's not going to be a date when you have to sign up for it, but the date ends when we run out of mystery blanks, and we've sent out more than half now. So
yep.
They are going to run out before the end of the year. So you have until when we run out to buy them, but you have to have your blank either in North Carolina on February 25th or sent back to me by February 15th. So
and the really cool thing about North Carolina at the International Rod Building Expo is all the rods will be on display.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter where it's from, we had rods from Europe, we had rods from Indonesia, all on display at the International Rod Building Expo, so everybody had the chance to go look at all this amazing work, and it was
beautiful.
It was gorgeous. It was amazing. So if you want to see more about that, you guys can check out the video on the International Rod Building Challenge, or check our Facebook page, see some of the photos, and see the winner, which is still one of the coolest rods. The winner was still one of the coolest rods for last year. All right, so with that being said, like last week, we had a huge outpouring of support for This Is Rod Building. So we're going to take a really quick look at This Is Rod Building, Episode 1 for the new teaser. That was the teaser to episode 1 of This Is Rod Building with Gary Benny. Really cool episode. I'm excited for people to see it.
I am so looking forward to this.
The whole series is just a really cool series talking about techniques, decisions, but this one specifically going into a rebuild of a saltwater grip. He shows ways to form it, different ways to glue it up that maybe you may not have seen before. So I'm actually super excited about that. But it is a really cool episode, and that will be out next Tuesday. It'll go live at 4 p.m. Stay tuned on our Facebook. And also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any shows.
I wish Gary could build a rod for the international competition because he is a clean builder.
I will say we actually got a couple of rods that he built for some carp anglers here in the U.S. And I don't build carp rods and you don't build carp rods, but Gary builds some carp rods and super clean. The finish work, he actually does a video on finish later in the season that it's awesome. His thread work is clean. His layout is awesome. I don't understand how you lay out a carp rod at all because they're like 74 feet long.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but hey, his work is definitely exceptional. Don does a little bit of rod building here and there. If you guys know him, some of the stuff he's done is pretty cool. We've showcased it on our social medias and that sort of stuff. So let's go ahead and get into question and answers. Don, I know these are all going to be for you. They're all going to be for you.
Beard grooming tips and advice, I'm sure.
It's always that.
It always
Every
comes to
time
that.
he shows up on the show, it's the beard. And you are called the Bearded Yoda. All right, let's check YouTube real quick. Mike Hardman. Hey, what's going on, man? Mike, go ahead and release the series. Gotta wait for it. Awesome setup. I can't wait to get a setter 5. Just finished my first Bushido popping 815. Very nice blank. We'll try a 612 2-piece next.
Cool. Who was
Really
that?
nice blank. That is Mike Hart. That would be. Oh wow. I'm gonna butcher this. Aught not fishing.
Okay. All right.
I think that's how you say that.
I can't see it.
If I messed it up, I apologize. But I think it's ought not fishing. All right, let's get into some questions over here on Facebook. Let's see. Love the carbon grips. Just joined the pro staff with you guys. Super ready to get rolling. From Steve Greathouse, how easy is it to break or fracture the carbon grips?
They are really strong. I have not seen one broke. They're pretty thick material. You can crush on them all day long. You can't break them. If I hit it with a hammer, I might be able to, but they take some serious abuse. We've tested them in rod holders. I mean, they just don't break.
The back of my truck.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
No.
You won't break them.
Wes Motzinger, what are y'all talking about? It's a question.
Oh, Wes. Go back
Wes
to
is-
cleaning reels.
Wes is a good friend of American Tackle. We've known him for, years.
Wes and I have been great friends for over 10 years now.
Wes is a good dude. I met Wes at ICRBE last year.
Yep, he'll be there again this next year, too.
Awesome. John Graves. Can't wait to put my hands on an offshore rod. I have a feeling the fish bite is different than Southwest Ohio. You're not wrong. Peter, with the save, the Vertus UL is being available this month on 15 for account holders. John Graves, without a doubt, best youth fishing combo out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the awesome Autism Anglers.
Clint B. Johnson, AT beard oil coming soon.
Oh, Clint.
What would that smell like?
Clint has a patchy beard, so I don't even know if he needs it.
Oh.
Well, he's red bearded, so probably needs some good oil.
From Steve, do the carbon grips wear or scuff easily?
They will scratch and scuff, so it really depends on the rod holder. If you're putting them in a pretty harsh rod holder, I would definitely align it with something. But they will scratch. They will, you can gouge them if you really put something sharp against them. But yeah, it really depends on the rod holder. Most of them are going to be for inshore and bass type rods, so you don't have to worry about them in a rod holder, but they can scratch.
And I will say, when you're talking about something like the carbon grip, it is designed to be extremely light, extremely sensitive. If you're looking for durability, what would be a good durable grip?
Well, those are super durable. It doesn't get much more durable than that.
That's true, it does.
But you can scuff them. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have a little bit of a trade-off there. If you increase your sensitivity, you have really, really durable. You increase that light, or decrease the weight on it. A little bit of scuffing should be no problem. Should you put finish upon? Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, Anselmo. I have a question for Kevin 11. When are we going fishing for Don? I would like to grow a beard, but I look like a vagrant. Should I let it go anyway? If you guys don't know, Captain Mo is our pro staff director. He was actually on the show last episode. Really cool guy. I don't know when we're going fishing.
Own what you can grow, Mo. Own what you can grow.
See, he says that, and I tried, and nobody wants that back.
Yeah, no.
It was bad.
I want it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, Patrick's on my side. All right, any more questions, guys, before we go ahead and wrap this up? I don't see any more. Corey, you're a good man, Don.
Thank you, Corey.
John, totally.
I still need to
legit.
get up fishing with Corey for some of the Monster Lake trout.
I just want to go up there and fish.
Saskatchewan's beautiful.
I wish. You keep talking about it, and every single time, Corey's name always comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Good to know, Steve. Good to know. Thanks. I'll have a full set of use. I'll have a full set to use in a build soon. Love the beard. Every time. What?
Beard envy.
That's right.
It is beard envy.
I haven't seen my chin in 30 years, so I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Well, with that said, I don't think I'm going to give it like about a minute. If you guys have any more questions.
Oh, you know what? The youth combo. I know that John was kind of kicking at that, but we're hoping to have those in the first quarter next year. So we were hoping to have them before Christmas, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're aiming for Q1 of next year to have those. So, but that was cool at the show. I mean, people from distributors wanted them, mom and pop tackle shops wanted them. People come and buy wanted to order 2 of them for their kids, and I get emails on the daily for them. So
yeah, the amount of times that all of a sudden it's like, yep, got another email about what, youth fishing combo? Okay. And it's just constant. It's great. It's really amazing because one of the really cool benefits about the youth fishing combo is Autism Anglers gets a direct proceed for every single rod sold.
And you'll be able to buy them from American Tackle.
Which
so
is
we'll have
awesome.
them in distributors, as well as if you have an American Tackle account, you can buy them direct.
Yep. Fill your entire rod rack.
Plus, we'll have them in our trailer when we go to events. We'll have them give out to kids. So that's one thing I'm excited for.
And make sure you follow Autism Angler so you know where he's at, because you travel with the trailer and everything.
More, we got
over.
the trailer mid-COVID, so we really couldn't do much with it, but we're hoping to do a lot more with it now. So
Nice. All right, last one from Corey. I know your Bushido and Matrix blanks work well for walleye, but is there anything else in the future for walleye-specific blanks?
we've been kicking it around, Corey. So yeah, I mean, like I've told you before, we got a bunch of them that you can modify and make perfect for walleye. I think we got some of them that are fantastic, but everybody fishes them a little differently. So we have some that'll work, with a little modification, but we have been looking at some walleye specific stuff. So
one more, I promised last one. Mike Hardiman. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
4.
He's not wrong. Scientifically proven. All right. So thank you so much for all your questions, guys. Thank you for staying tuned for everything. We really do appreciate it, but we're going to do what Don said at the beginning of it and give away free stuff. So if you guys go down to the description, you will see a constant contact link. If you would like to win one of our brand new American Tackle dry bags, this bag is probably my favorite. You can take it everywhere. We've had pro staffers literally fill it and throw it off their boat. We've had it drugged through water. Really, really nice heavy-duty bag.
Waterproof, not water resistant.
But zippers, which is nice.
And it comes with some lube so you can keep them working because, as we know, anything waterproof, the zippers get stuck. So you got to keep them lubed up.
But if you go to the Constant Contact link there in the description and go ahead and register and sign up there, you will be entered to win, and we will announce the winner on the next show in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Don, it's been an absolute pleasure, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
I am super excited. We'll probably have Don back to talk about some really cool stuff and get into more technique specific, get into more how to choose the correct guide system or how to do grips.
Absolutely.
But you guys will also see Don on this channel more often. We're going to be filming some cool stuff about some how-tos on specifically how to
do stuff.
Yeah, rod building.
How to do stuff.
Yeah. Don is kind of our resident expert there. So if you guys have any questions, Don, give them their email one more time.
Don, D-O-N, at americantackle.us.
And again, thank you so much for joining in. I am Kevin, this is Don, and this has been American Tackle Live Question and Answer, and we'll see you next time.